Hey guys, Donnie RightSide here. Bookmakers Review Championship Weekend here to end college football season, at least the regular season, before we get into the college football playoff and bowl seasons here. Let's take a look at a couple games here. One at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern, the other at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Both of these games will take place on Saturday. Game number 113, 114 on the rotation 4 o'clock start from down in Atlanta, the Mercedes-Benz Dome here. Georgia taking on Texas. The battle of the SEC. Yes, Texas is in the SEC. Take a look at this game. Open up as Texas is a favorite at minus 1.5 points. That's now sitting at minus 2.5 points. A total at 50.5, now down to 48.5 at most outlets. Georgia basically going to be playing a home game in SEC territory. Now, Texas is a very good football team. Texas has had some big victories this year. Texas has not beat Georgia this year. So how about that? So let's see what happens in this game. And here's what I do think happens. Georgia's going to pull the slight upset victory over Texas. The one thing that is interesting is that I don't think it matters who's going to win or lose this game. Both of these teams will be in the college football national playoff, and that's really what matters. But Quinn Ewers isn't it for me for the University of Texas. I think he might struggle in this football game. I'm going to lean on Texas getting beat in Georgia in the heart of SEC territory in a place that Georgia is very familiar with playing. We'll see how well Carson Beck steps up in this environment. But for me, for Quinn Ewers, I'm going to fade him. I'm going to go against that line move and take the 2.5 points with the Georgia Bulldogs. Game number 2, 119-120. It's Penn State and it's Oregon. This line opened up as a 4.5 point favorite to Oregon and now sits at 3.5 across the board. Look, Penn State's a really good football team. Oregon, as we know, unbeaten and number 1 overall. They want to put that stamp on their first year in the Big Ten as ending it with a championship. And sometimes, and I said, Penn State's a good football team. When Penn State is in a big football game where they're expected to win, they never win. Even though I do think the sharp side is going to be Penn State, I can't back that side here. Penn State has shown their hand way too many times in games that they think they can be competitive and won't be. If Penn State came in this game, they favored about 14.5 points over Oregon, you would take them because they would twist that knife in slowly and blast that football team that they can overpower. They can't overpower Oregon. Give me Oregon, and I'll lay the 3.5 points with the Ducks this weekend. 2 games to look at. Georgia, Texas. Give me Georgia getting the 2.5 points, and then I'll lay the points in Oregon, Penn State, and that would be 3.5. 2 games to take a look at on championship weekend. Let's see if we can get a 2-0 to happen. I'm Donnie RightSide for Bookmakers Review, and as always, good luck on those wagers.